My name's Justus Brown. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Rockwall, Texas. I came to Regen for suicidal thoughts, pornography addiction, pride, a whole bunch of other stuff. Before Stronger Man, so I just commenced Regen. So I went through the program and everything. And I would say for me, a couple of things that I was struggling with. So after going through Regen, I feel like I realized who God was calling me to be, but I felt like I wasn't really aligned with that in my heart. I didn't really believe it yet. Other than people asking me constantly about it, like, hey, you going to Stronger Man? I really just felt like God was calling me there. I don't know like what specifically called it to me. I just heard all these men talking about it, how it benefited them. So I was like, I might as well give it a try. I tried Regen, so. Definitely nervous. Similar to like my first night on Regen, I was like, whoa, this kind of seems like a lot. But then I started seeing some familiar faces and started to get comfortable. And then I was really excited for what the weekend had in store. So I just watched a sermon recently talking about the strongholds, specifically like the strongholds in your mind. I think a lot of times the Bible talks about them. People aren't necessarily aware that it's a lot of the times the way you're thinking or what you believe about yourself. And so for me, the lie or stronghold that I believed about myself is that I wasn't enough or I wasn't worthy. And so I remember doing that mirror activity where you had to hold up the shield with the mirror on the back and look at yourself and just speak like the Lord's affirmation over your life. And I remember, I think Shine or Clint, I don't know his name, before we did that breakout, he was talking about praying, what do you want God to speak to you? And I felt like during that breakout before, God was really telling me, like, how could you not be enough when I sent my son to die for you? And so here I am in the middle of the circle. And a lot of people know me. I write the word sword on my Bible. So I'm holding my Bible that says sword on it. I have the shield with the mirror and I look myself in the face and say, how could you not be enough when I sent my son to die for you? And I lost it, man. You saw me, which I don't cry either. So I was kind of surprised, a little embarrassed, but I was like, that's what we're here for, get raw and vulnerable. So I would say going to Stronger Man, like I said before, that was the first time where I started to really truly believe who I was in Christ and who he wanted to be as a man. And so I would say my answer to that is kind of like both. I finally was aware of it, I guess, in that sense. And then it was just a matter from there is believing it. And so I think part of me, it kind of solidified, but then obviously just kind of like life in general, you have to get into the daily habits of believing that. I remember this one activity that Ryan gave me. He had to write like, so like whenever a lie pops in your head, you have to counteract it with the truth. And so actually on my mirror, I have a bunch of things that I write I look at every morning just to affirm that truth that was spoken into me at Stronger Man. I would say that's exactly what the enemy wants you to think. And those are similar thoughts that I had as well. But I would just say that you're here for a reason, that you're seeing this for a reason. And I know that like tension you feel in your chest is actually a sign that you're supposed to go because you have no idea how big of a difference that this is going to make in your life and what God can do in you and through you during it as well as after. You're not only going for yourself, you're going for your future family, future generations, and your family. So I would just ask you to take a step of faith, have some courage, and you have no idea how God's gonna meet you.
Anything else you want to share?
Nope, come to Stronger Man. That's pretty much it.
Feeling like I'm next to God, next to God, next to God. Had to get up, had to get it by myself.